Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a new survival scenario on Total War Warhammer. This is going to be a scenario on a scale we have never seen before on the channel. It's going to be me playing as the Southern Realms, Attila to be exact, and I have about 2,500 men under my command. And I'm going up against over 12,500 undead, led by Havoc and Overkill. So this is going to be absolutely insane. The frame rate is going to suffer as a result, so do expect a lot of slowdown in this battle. So making you aware right away, because this is absolutely crazy stuff. So I've been looking for more survival scenarios to try and do, and this mod came across, and I figured I'd give it a go, and Havoc and Overkill have to be around on the time which I wanted to kind of get this scenario into play. So let's go over the units which I have under my command. We have the Sartazan Pirates. They're quite a lovely unit. Then we also have quite a few units of pikemen here. These are the kind of the mainstay of my force. We also have Pavai's crossbowmen, except they don't have the shields which you'd expect from the crossbowmen, which is a shame. So if they could be modded in at some point, that would be great. We also have 2 units of the Republican Guard. So these should be able to hold the line against pretty much any attack. They're halberd infantry. We also have some great sword infantry here, and then I believe I have some cavalry. Well, I do indeed. They're going to come out of the forest in a little bit. This is a replay. So we have Knights of the Righteous Spear. We also have Knights in Carmine. So these are bright red armor with dual gold style shields. So as you can see, that is the troop count. 12,482 against 2,099. I also have with me 4 units of light cannons to help pulverize the enemy. But I figure this would be quite a good survival scenario to do, as you guys and gals seem to still be really enjoying these. So if you would be so kind, if you're still enjoying this kind of stuff, please do leave a like on the video. That'd be very much appreciated. I should also say thank you for your continued patience. I know the content coming out recently has been sporadic, and that will probably continue for the foreseeable future. The reason for that is I'm just only recording when I really feel I'm in the mood to. So I've been kind of burning myself out the past little while, so I'm just taking it a little bit easier. And I guess it's the summer coming around. I guess a lot of you guys and gals are going to be outdoors and socialising a lot more. So I should probably try and do the same while the weather's nice in Vancouver, because we got like 2 months of sunshine and then 10 months of rain, which I wasn't informed of when I moved here. I should have figured that out for myself though. But hey ho, this is the huge force, and it is just doesn't stop. Look at that, thousands upon thousands of undead coming to get me. As far as the eye can see. So let's zoom out. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is absolutely crazy. So as this is a replay, I of course know how it ends, but wow. I didn't really get a sense of this kind of scale when I first did it, but now looking back on the replay, it's absolutely mad stuff. Wow. So that's 80 units of undead I'm going up against. So the cannons have begun their bombardment. Keep on firing, boys. Keep on firing. So let's see if we can see that hit. The cannonball comes on in. Come on. There we go. So we knocked one zombie over. In fact, he's gone flying. He's gone flying, so he has. Oh, I have turned some of my settings down, so it's not the kind of ultra that it is usually, but with this amount of people on screen and trying to record at the same time at 60 FPS, it will tank any PC. So I believe we're firing once more, but I'll just speed this up a little bit. But here we go, the bombardment continues. Not really sure it's going to do that much damage. I should have gone for like organ guns maybe. But we're still pounding their position with everything we have under our command. They just skidded backwards and they're fine, but, you know, we took down a few of them. So some undead. There are some undead not getting back up. But here we go. They continue their march. Oh my god. So let's try and see it from the point of view of the Southern Realms. I would not be looking forward to this. Not one bit. Still, the cannons are continuing to fire. And now the pikemen are taking up their positions ahead of the line. It is a shame I can't get it at like a very smooth frame rate, so I do apologise. But our crossbowmen are now firing into the enemy's skeletons, it seems. Wow. I have no words. Okay, so this is going to be a very, very interesting engagement here. So they're about to hit the line, and the pike's hopefully going to hold. You don't outnumber them, mate. You do not outnumber them. There we go. Stabbity stab stab. Okay, there we go. So the Cav is yet to do their play yet, but the main line has engaged. We've got a firestorm going on as well, so hopefully that's going to cause some disruption amongst the ranks. Oh, there he goes, tearing in. Yes. Look at that. Devastation. Okay, so I imagine the engagement with the cavalry is going to start pretty soon. But as you can see, like, oh, we've got the Comet of Cassandora going in as well. Oh my gosh! He just tore through my line. Okay, so the Cav charging on in. Let's see the kind of engagements we're getting here. Tearing through. Oh, ha! That was a pretty fun charge. So, the status of the Great Swords, I think they're doing okay at the minute. My pirates are trying to get in shots wherever they can with their pistols. But as you can see, the frame rate definitely has taken a hammering. So if I slow it down to slow motion, would that help? A little bit, actually. So we can kind of see the pikes trying to hold the line. My gosh, it's just dense ranks of undead. So if any of you have actually tried any of these scenarios yourself, let me know what kind of stuff you did. Be very interested to hear what ye have to say. Okay, so we have the Sartazan pirates trying to take pot shots at the skeleton warriors. The cavalry's pulled back, hopefully going to go for another charge down soon. But there we go, the pirates are firing with everything they've got. Did you say for Franz? Oh. No, you're pirates. You don't support Franz. Let's take a little look at the overview here. Oh my gosh. That is just mental. Oh, the cavalry's gone in again. The cavalry's gone in again. Here we go. Let's see a slow-mo charge with the cavalry. Hopefully we're going to get another kaboom. Yes, there we go. Oh yes, that smash. Okay, well, let's play. This flank is looking a little bit dodgy at the minute. But the pirates holding the line bravely.
As long as we draw breath, they will die. Prepare for combat.
I think the seconds are actually taking like double the length they're meant to.
Wise counsel.
Probably because of the... there we go. So if we speed it up 2 times... That's not helping the situation. But how many undead have we killed so far? We've only killed, less than 2,000. But the pikes seem to be holding so far. They seem to be holding, although they're starting to get around here in the little gap. They're being sneaky. The undead are being very sneaky indeed. I'm getting my crossbows, however, to kind of fire in at any kind of gap I can get. So any big clump where I can just pepper them with arrows is good for me. So, leading the force, actually I think my 2 wizards I've kept at the back. We've got a bright wizard and a celestial wizard, and they're actually using their arcane conduits. And we're being led today by the... where is he? Rambler! Here is Rambler. I'm trying to reposition my cannon so they can keep on firing. The cavalry are engaged, and I think they're going to slowly actually lose ground here. Pirates still firing. They've taken down quite a lot. They've managed to get a decent firing arc down on the zombies and skeletons. And they're being aided by the crossbowmen, so we can kind of see where we're being flanked and just absolutely peppering them with anything that we can muster. For this unit of great swords, they aren't doing too hot. I think they're probably taking down a few hundred, though. This unit of pikes holding bravely. Not sure what kind of spell we'll just cast then. I think they might have actually cast... Oh wow, look at that crumble. Yeah, I think they cast the spell, which the Vortex one, and did it on their own troops by accident. But as you can see, this unit of pikes is being heavily forced back. Damage sustained, very tired, and they losing slightly. Losing decisively. So I'm actually sending my Republican Guard in to assist. And the Curse of Years, frightened by the enemy units. But we're sending it 7 minutes to go. I mean, how many men have I lost? I haven't lost that many, and they've lost about 4,000. But a lot of my HP, we're losing a lot of HP. So, and as you can see here, my units kind of want to rout at the minute. Which isn't good. Another unit of Cassandora comes blasting in to try and help that flank, and it's causing a bit of crumbling there, which is good for me. Republican Guard goes into the fray. Just to try and help hold the line and bolster the line. That would definitely inspire the pikemen, having the elite Republican Guard come in to assist. But from the top down, you can see here, the cavalry are just trying to hold back as many as possible. Oh wow, the crossbowmen are launching a barrage onto those troops there. We have the cavalry going on into that flank. Knocking them back once again. But with 6 minutes to go, it could go either way. Balance of power is not yet in my favour. They have lost 5,000 out of their 12,000 number now. But this small but elite Attilian army is performing outstandingly. But there we go. So we've got warriors fleeing, and that opens up quite a big gap, which the Republican Guard are going to try and plug. But they've got a very thin line of troops here, and there is a gap opening up, which they could get through. Still got the pirates firing into the zombies wherever they can. The cavalry slowly perishing to this whole flank of undead there. Sartors and pirates. Surprised they've still got ammo left in their little pistols. Wow, they've got a huge amount of ammo. Look at that. Full cinematic mode. In we go. So if I was at one of the... like, say I was that guy right at the back, I'd be thinking, could I just slip away while no one notices? Because looking at that front line, I would just be like, nah, mate. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. You can see here, it's just like a line of two that are just holding back like 20 ranks of undead. It's just crazy. So the cannons aren't being much use to me at the minute. My two wizards, they're doing okay, but they're just kind of standing there, standing around having a little chin wag. They are using their arcane to increase the power reserves. But as you can see, a lot of the undead units are starting to crumble. So that is very good for me at this stage in the battle. But, I mean, the unit of pikemen, they've lost over half their health. This flank is just absolutely on its last legs now. They've performed well. Let's see how many kills they've got. Over 500 kills with that one unit alone. These guys, 100. Oh, so here we go. Overkill's got his wizard in the battle now. So I think I might commit Rambler at this point. Oh no, here we go. They've broken through. They're chasing down my line of the pikemen. And they've actually kind of... There is nothing stopping them now. They have this whole section here they could just pull through. We are slowly taking down Overkill the wizard. But will it be enough? Because like this flank is absolutely screwed. They're advancing in now, so my cavalry's been routed from the field. Greatsword infantry's also been routed. I have nothing left on this flank. This flank could just absolutely swarm me. And is that Havoc? That is Havoc. So I've positioned my cannons to try and fire at whatever I can. Rambler is now going into battle. Doing his buffs. And then he's going to go in and engage Overkill hand to hand here. But more units are starting to flee. So my cavalry now fleeing from the battlefield. Using whatever magic I have left. My crossbowmen are just firing in to the undead, pounding them before they can get too close. But I'm in danger of being overwhelmed, although that's in my favour, you know, and a lot of them are crumbling. If I don't take out their general soon, I'm going to be flanked and overwhelmed. But I think the battle against their lord is going pretty well at the minute. Let's take a little look. So Overkill's about to die. Rambler still left standing. I'm still standing. The Republican Guard took him down. They took down Overkill. So with that, this flank is now secure. You can see all of his army has pretty much just crumbled now. I can focus my entire attention on Havoc. Some of my units have come back, so we're plunging them back into the battle to take down those skeleton warriors. And we're almost like one-on-one with them now. So, it's just look at victory is in my grasp. Indeed, it is. But oh, look at that! Thousands upon thousands of troops have just perished. Mainly undead, but I have lost over 1,000 troops. But with 1 minute 30 to go, Havoc has got to try something. Otherwise, this battle will be won by the Southern Realms. But this battle has been absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But with a minute to go, I don't see this going in Havoc's favour. In fact, we've surrounded him. And I've put Rambler into the battle as well. But some of his last units of undead are going to start crumbling soon. We've got 50 seconds of the battle left to go. I now outnumber the undead. Plunging into the crossbowmen. But they're supported by pikes, and the Republican Guard is going in. That Republican Guard, man. I think that saved the day for me. There we go. So Havoc is starting to rout. He's had enough. His undead are just... There we go. Have been pulverised, crumbling, disintegrating. Mass disintegration. Enemy Lord is dead. And with that, Attila has won. So I would show you the numbers of kills, but I can't, unfortunately. But we lost 1,028. They lost all 12,500 undead troops. So, if you enjoyed the battle, please do leave a like. That's very much appreciated. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day.